everyone, MandJTravel here with yet another top 5 of our favorite rides at California Adventure this time.
California Adventure, the park that's right opposite Disneyland.
Yeah, it's quite convenient.
I wish it was that easy at Disney World.
That Disney World is just too big.
Imagine if you just went into a hub. Like, you know the hub in Magic Kingdom? You just went there, and then if you went towards Future World, you ended up in Animal Kingdom. If you went towards Adventureland, you'd go towards, Epcot. Fantasyland would just be Magic Kingdom. It'd be awesome. You're like, oh, this is so easy. But now you have to get on trains and buses and boats.
Coming in at number 5, we have Grizzly River Run.
Grizzly River Run, which is very similar to the Kali River Rapids, I think it's called, at Animal Kingdom. Kind of like it's like a boat of 6 people, I think it holds, is it? Or 8?
I think there's a lot.
I think it's 8, in like an inner tube that floats down the river rapids. And basically, for some reason, no matter where you sit, you get wet. Yet somehow, we get off there, there's always one guy who's dry. Like, how did you manage that?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here soaked like I've been in a tsunami, and you're... How? Where did you go during the ride? Like, you just disappeared? What happened? But yeah, we should say it's a very scenic ride. You kind of go underneath the big rock formation that looks like a bear. Or is it a bear or a wolf?
I think it looks like a wolf. He says bear. I mean, I understand why you think bear.
Yeah, it's on the Grizzly Rapids, so...
I thought it looked like a wolf. Howling in the wind.
I thought it...
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was meant to look like anything at first. We're in our hotel room and I was looking out and I was like, what's that? And then you were like, it's meant to be a wolf. I'm like, no, it's not.
And now it's meant to be a bear.
And then when we got there, well, it did look like an animal. But yeah, it's a really fun ride. It's not a short ride actually, compared to some rides that take like 2 minutes. It's a good like 8-minute ride, which I know is not very long, but
in terms of rides, which usually 60 seconds, a roller coaster that does a couple loops.
Yeah, it's basically you just go around, go through a place that looks like, I don't know, like Yellowstone Park or something, surrounded by trees. And there's hills, and then towards the end they sort of like cue you up to go down this massive hill. And as you go down it spins you around, and then you just get soaked. We actually got soaked at a random point, which was like...
we got like a backsplash or something.
Yeah.
It was not nice.
It wasn't even on a jump. The jump was already done. We'd escaped the jump. Safe. And then suddenly this big tidal wave of water comes over us. And like, where did that come from?
I guess that is the one caution of this ride. If you don't like getting wet, do not go on this ride.
This is really
unless you want to gamble and be that one person who stays bone dry.
Yeah.
But playing the odds.
It's more wet than Splash Mountain, I think.
Yes.
Splash Mountain's fairly okay for...
Splash Mountain, as long as you're not like the front seat, you're fine. Splash Mountain's at the back, you're cool, you're good to go.
Yeah, I'd say Splash Mountain, you're going to get your feet wet, definitely, no matter where you sit. But if you sit at the front, yeah, you get more wet. Whereas this one, just the water comes in from all sides because you're spinning around constantly. So yeah, if you got, like, we took a little, like, sandwich bag. We put all our phone and cameras in and stuff. And yeah. But it was fun. It was fun, check it out.
Whoa, that's crazy, so good until that
So at number 4, we have Ariels Undersea Adventure, which is quite near Ariels Grotto Restaurant, literally just across the way from it. And it's it's a dark ride, and it's one of those rides you can just basically walk onto because it's just car after car after car after car after car. It's kind of like Haunted Mansion's kind of same to it, but Haunted Mansion you slow down because they take you into that room, whereas Ariels Undersea Adventure you just basically just walk onto the thing. There's no, you only really slow down to let people in wheelchairs and stuff like that get on, and that's basically it. Other than that, it's fairly easy to get onto. It's not a long wait. It's basically, yeah, as I said, it's a dark ride, and it basically chronicles the Little Mermaid movie. as told from Scuttle's viewpoint, I believe. I believe he was sitting there telling you the story throughout.
Yep.
I would say one thing though, if you are going on the ride, don't take flash pictures. Turn off your flash.
Don't be that person.
There's like people telling you when you get on the ride to turn off your flash, yet there's still always someone.
I think that PSA can be made in general to every dark ride. Don't do that in like Winnie the Pooh. Don't do that in little, what's the other one? Alice in Wonderland. Just don't bring your flash. Just turn it off. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, enjoy the ride. But it's also one of those rides again, kind of similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. You just sit back and watch the ride happen. There's no risk of you getting wet or anything like that. And there's some cool little features. Like there's a part when like you look up at the ceiling and Ariels being projected up there above you and stuff, and you're under the water and you get to listen to the under the sea music and get to see some animals doing that awkwardly.
Yeah, that's the highlight of that
along
ride.
to the music. So yeah. And also it's good if you go into Ariel's Grotto and you gotta wait a couple of minutes, shoot over to Ariel's Undersea Adventures, with exactly what we did. And yeah, enjoy that.
Sitting there across the room, she don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why she died to try and wanna kiss the girl.
And number 3, we have Mickey's Fun Wheel. I think this is just a staple
Yeah,
for California
if
Adventure.
you-
You have to go on that ride.
Like before I went there, when I thought of Disneyland, like the whole area, I had that wheel in my head. That was kind of my thing.
Iconic.
Yeah, and it's fairly new. It's not that old, but for some reason I had that in my head whenever I thought of Disneyland. Whenever you think of Disneyland, I think that's what everyone thinks of, isn't it?
No.
The Ferris wheel with the Mickey Mouse on it.
Oh. Maybe.
That's what I think of when I think of Disneyland. That's the first thing I thought of when we decided we were going to come to Disneyland. That's what I saw, the Mickey Mouse on the Ferris wheel.
And there's 2 options with this ride actually that you could mention. There's the one that we went on, which was kind of terrifying and uncomfortable towards the end, where it just drops you down and you don't know how gravity is working and where you are, and all of a sudden you're in a carnival and it's terrifying.
So what she's trying to say is that your car rocks. She got there, not really, but the car kind of slides around. Was it called a car, or would you sit in?
Well, usually it's a basket.
Okay, your basket is rocking. And then if you don't fancy that, you can go in the steady run, which basically just sway. It sways lightly.
It's nice for the views too. I mean, if that's kind of your scene.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
you
want
can
to go
see
on
a
a
lot of the
nice
stuff.
quiet ride and just do the circle and then get back off again.
Yeah.
And I think that line was usually shorter too.
Yeah, the swaying one was shorter, wasn't it?
I think so. Or was it the same? I can't remember.
We should say also though, at night time, not actually on the ride itself, like you being on the ride, but during the show, Disneyland offers like this, I don't know, like a mobile app,
Yeah.
and if you win,
It's awesome.
it's like a quiz, right? Isn't there a quiz beforehand? And if you win the quiz,
Yep.
yeah, there's like a quiz on your phone, and if you win it, you get to control the lights on the big wheel. It's awesome. Walt Disney World doesn't also offer that kind of interactivity. Just saying. Like you can buy ears from Disney World that light up with the show in Fantasmic, but you can't control the lights. That's awesome. We never got to do it sadly
They're
because
not smart enough.
actually I think the first time my phone didn't connect. I think we had because we didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah, we weren't prepared.
So yeah,
Next
we didn't
time,
connect in time.
We're
But the
on
second time, no, there was a couple. Didn't they do it 3 times that night, or at least twice? Because when the first time we didn't get in there, and the second time we tried, and we managed it, but we couldn't. We didn't win. So yeah, we call it Mickey's Fun Wheel. At number 3.
I can look down, I don't like it.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
At number 2, we have Radiator Springs Racers, or
Cars.
the Cars ride. If you go to California Adventure, as the park's opening, if you're there early, just follow the crowd. because the crowd, when they open it and the rope kind of comes down, they lead you basically directly to Radiator Springs. Everyone just legs it to Radiator Springs, which is quite near the back of the park again. And yeah, just follow the crowd. Get on there early. That's what we're saying. It's a fun ride. Get on there early because all day it's busy.
Yep. And for some reason, the fast pass is over by like a Bug's Life or something. Right?
Yeah,
so
the
they
fast
don't even
pass.
make it easy for you to try and get on that ride efficiently.
Yeah, the fast pass, because they don't have magic bands, so the fast pass machine is still way back there. So I suppose you could just grab that and come back later. But we went straight there and we waited like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Just go there first, and then you kind of have the rest of the day to do whatever.
And we weren't really close to the front either, really. We were fairly. I mean, like we could see the front, but we weren't.
Well, like you said, they
There was a whole bunch of
anticipate it when you come into the park, so I think they have it ready to go. And
Yeah.
So
it's basically just a. I don't know how to compare it to at Disney World.
I think it's. I don't know if it's anything at Disney World. Like I think of Epcot Test Track. It's a similar premise to that, where you're speeding around, and there is the race aspect too, where you get another person randomly assigned to you, and you guys race at the end, and we didn't win.
And it gets pretty quick.
It's another one that has pretty good ambience at the beginning.
Yeah, they kind of take you through like getting yourself polished up and stuff. He's like, oh, come here, and there's like a barber, or the car equivalent of a barber. He's gonna shine you up and stuff, and yeah, even like the stuff around it's really nice because it's all based around Radiator Springs. So it's all like red rocks, or like
really nice.
Looks like Arizona, and yeah, it's really good. I like the whole racing aspect of it. Like, sadly, yeah, as you said, we didn't win. Like there was some Asian couple, remember them? And they were,
it was their fault.
We were like booing each other at the beginning and stuff,
I
and
bet
then
like
they
some
won.
Disney people saw that
They were
behind that were like programming the ride, and it's like those guys are jerks.
Yeah, you can't. I'm not saying they won. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, I am saying they won. I'm not saying it's because of them. I'm just saying they happened to be the winners. They were like our competitors, and they beat us. And they were booing. We were booing each other, and at the end they were cheering, and we were booing still because we lost.
We're sore losers, obviously.
Again, it's a rather it goes past really quick. I feel because it's a fast ride.
Well, it's like here you are in Radiator Springs, and ooh, all of a sudden it's the race.
Yeah,
that's kind of my vibe.
Yeah, I get that too. But you do get a cool picture. Here's ours. And didn't we have we had some old couple with us
in the front?
Yeah, in the front of us.
And like the seatbelts weren't working. I think they were freaking out a little bit.
And they were pointing out when we was waiting for the card, because they were like, "Oh, that's a nice colour. It's like a purple one." So, "Oh, the red one's nice." And then when we didn't get the red one, they were like, "Well, purple's nice."
Yeah,
and
purple's better.
We
really.
finally got into purple, and then we lost.
So purple wasn't
They
better.
were wrong. I remember the old guy was a US Marine. He had a Marine hat on, or a retired Marine, and he had loads of people saying thanks for your stuff. That was nice to see. But yeah, number 2, Radiator Springs Races, or the Cars Ride.
You ready? Let's race!
And coming in at number 1. Isn't it obvious? Screamin! The best ride!
Screamin, California.
So again, if you've seen the last list where I talk about Space Mountain and the music and the ambiance and just being behind my head, again, this ride does it.
Yeah, it does it
the
really
music,
well.
man. That's what it all comes down to.
There's a
for
bit
me.
right at the beginning where like you go, from where you get on, then it stops you again, and you just sit in there waiting, and it has this kind of like doo 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 doo.
And it's interesting because we have the soundtrack from the ride, because that's the type of people we are. But I noticed we were stuck there for a really long time, but they had looped really well.
Yeah, you couldn't hear the brake.
Yeah, it was good.
Just kept looping.
It's the simple things for me in the music. It makes a ride so good.
So it's also good because it has an outdoor loop, which is really good. You can see what's going on. A lot of the roller coasters in Disney World are kind of dark. Like Rock and Roller Coaster, that's so quick.
Yeah.
I can't even remember it. And I've been on that a whole bunch of times.
It's like neon, everything, and then it's over.
Yeah, it's really quick. Like you wait 90 minutes and it's gone in 30 seconds. It's really quick. But that's, I mean, the point of Rock and Roller Coaster is that it is really quick. But Screamin, as you say, is added because of the music.
It's good.
Vroom, just
Doing
takes
it
you
right.
right there. Perfect.
My only problem is you didn't ride on it a second time because you got.
It made me feel a bit ill. But I think, you know what it was? It's because when we were on it, it's so quick and my mouth was open that I got all dry mouth. And like, it's so hot in Anaheim that it was like dry air flying in my mouth because I'm screaming like an idiot. And yeah, just to go back on it straight away was not good. I didn't know that they shut down that ride at night time for the show as well, because they do that because it has lights all on it. So that whole half of the park basically shuts down for the night show. And if I'd knew that, then I probably would have gone back on it. But
My favorite ride, and he wouldn't even let me go on it twice.
you could have gone on your own.
I wanted a friend.
So yeah, that's our top 5 list for California Adventure in Anaheim. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, if we missed any rides that you like, I know Tower of Terror was there. It's getting changed to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm assuming it's going to be the same sort of ride. Yeah, let us know. Let us know if there's any rides we missed, any rides you prefer. A lot of the stuff at California Adventure is more experience. There's a lot of shows, kind of like Hollywood Studios. There's a Frozen ride there. There's Art Academy. Sorry, not a Frozen ride, but a Frozen show. Art Academy's there. There was an Aladdin show, which is gone, sadly. And there was also an Alice in Wonderland tea party, which is also gone. Remember we went to that? We walked through that. There was like this big thing, and it was like spraying water, and we just went there just for that.
Yeah,
and then when we came out the other side, there was like Alice in Wonderland rock band going on.
But wasn't that just a special event?
No, it's gone. It was there a lot. It's gone.
Oh.
That's gone too, or it's going. One of the two. So yeah, I don't know what's left. Well, all the rides that we said, that's what's left. So definitely go and check out California Adventure. Again, it's right across the road from Disneyland, so if you are planning a trip to Disneyland, just make sure you do California Adventure as well, don't skip it, because there's so much in there that needs to be seen. And it's fantastic, it's a great park.